Transition. There we go. Yeah. It is going to be a very quick podcast, hopefully, because I think we both want to go back to playing a game which you've played a lot of and I've not played much of, unfortunately, because I've been at work today. Right. First of all, let's do our normal intro as I start the clock timer. Here we go. So, hello, fellow Cravers, and welcome to the CTG Podcast, episode 157. As always, it's Wednesday, the 6th of September. As always, you have me, GD and Tattastic. We've got Quaver down there, and we've got Clyde 6 in the other corner. There we go, our usual intro. Right, you know what we're going to be talking about this week. It's quite obvious. There's a huge game that's come out, and first of all, I want to complain about something about this game. Not about the game itself, just one thing that has really annoyed me this whole day. Anyway, how are you, Tattastic, first of all?
I'm alright.
It's kind of weird because we've been talking for the past couple of days, haven't we? Because we've been doing the That's You thing. It's been one of those weeks where it looks like we're going to be streaming the whole week as well. But my complaint is simple. Why has this game come out on a Wednesday? Even Call of Duty comes out on a Tuesday. It's either a Tuesday, a Thursday, or a Friday. I've got a list. I'm looking at the release list at the moment. It's the only game that's come out today.
That's because I don't want to be a pain.
It wants to be a pain. That's the simple thing. So, anyway, mate, I might as well let you go ahead and talk about it. Like I said, I've had about probably an hour with this game so far. But compared to what I've played on the beta, it's not really that much different.
No.
Apart from, of course, a little bit of is how you get to the farm type of thing.
Yeah.
But so how much have you played so far? What do you think of the game so far? And by the way, it's Destiny 2 we're talking about. Just in case
I played till 2 o'clock in the morning because I went to midnight launch.
Yeah.
And then put it back on at 11. Took a break for dinner and tea, and that's it. And I basically came off at 7:45 because this is
basically you saw a message on Discord thinking, "Oh shit, podcast."
I don't come off by then. Like, I said to Emily, I better. Sorry, I've done it again. I said, "What's it? I've got to go," because GD would think no one's turning up.
I just sat here on my own. Hi guys, it's a solo podcast this week.
So I'm nearly level 16.
Yeah. So, what class have you gone with as well? Sorry.
Hunter
and race.
You asked me a good question there.
So we've got human. You've got human. I think it's Exo and Awoken.
Yes. Awoken.
Yeah. That one. You're gone with Awoken. So if people don't know what Awoken is, it's the Blue Man group.
Well, to be fair, I went into. I was all excited thinking I can't wait to see character creator, and just thought all I've done is swap a few hairstyles around, and so they've took some hairstyles off and put different ones on. They've took a lot of the good ones off and put different ones on. So I just actually went back and just picked my character I did on PlayStation 4 on Destiny 1.
I have no idea if I have. I didn't have a character on Xbox One. I ended up playing on PS4, the original Destiny.
Yeah.
But we've moved over to Xbox One this time because
I've gone the opposite way around.
You've gone the opposite way around. Not saying that I haven't got Destiny. I've got Destiny on the Xbox One as well. I just never got around to actually playing it. I think it was more to the fact that we did it, the original story, and then we had the expansions come out and stuff like that. And by that time, I was looking and thinking, well, I want to rather play this, I'd rather play that, I'd rather play this. And I think it's now that Well, even with Destiny 2, I think most of us were still a little bit unsure if we actually wanted to get this game. And I think the beta actually sold it
Yeah,
to most of us. I know it sold it
yeah,
to me, Heavenly and Hanksy had already pre-ordered it. Me, I hadn't at that point, but it was one of those things that I knew I would end up getting anyway for the fact that we are going to be doing our original Fire Team. We're going to be doing a series of that soon, where it's me, Heavenly, and Hanksy.
yeah,
I think it was the actual beta itself that sold me to the game.
yeah,
And I think it's nice to see that they seem to have learnt a lot from the mistakes that they made with the original Destiny launch, especially the alpha
yeah,
and the beta part of it, and they've moved on with it. Now, like I said, I've not actually seen. All I've seen is up to the single player itself, but I already can tell that there's more story here than the original game when it came to
yeah.
the.
I've not really read much about it, but one of my friends said they read a review while everyone went for their copy today, and they said the story side of it's going to be about the length. It's about the length of a Halo campaign, so you're looking
Wait, which
six
Halo?
to 8 hours, depending. Well, he said it just said length of a Halo game, so I said so anywhere between 6 to 8 hours, really.
But that's good. The thing is, that's
The
what
story
a
side.
lot of people did complain about with the original Destiny.
Yeah,
Was that the thing is, we didn't want to go and read the story. We wanted to experience it. We didn't want to go and say, right, you want to find out what's happening? Well, you've got these things called grimoires, and you've got to go to our website and read about it.
yeah,
Thinking, I don't know, no, this stuff here should already be in the game,
yeah.
and that's
I
what.
quite like
Yeah.
so I quite like on this one of like obviously on the old one there was Red Orbit, Dead Orbit,
Yeah.
and what other ones were there? I only ever did Dead Orbit, but you had your factions. On this one, each planet has a faction, but you don't have to like align to one,
Okay.
which I really liked.
Well, the thing is, when there were about 4 or 5 different factions, but they were all based in the tower anyway.
In the tower, yeah, I think there was three,
Yeah.
and there was three, and they're all based in the tower. But these are like each planet's got a faction on there, and you go and see one character on that planet in order to trade and all your stuff towards there. But you get like it's not like you have to choose which one you're going to give it to. If you want to level up the faction in the European drop zone,
Yeah.
a dead zone, you've got to just go and do the stuff on that. Go and do the public events and look for the stuff on that planet to go and take to him. If you want to do it on your one, then you go there.
Yeah.
So
Well, the thing is, we can't really talk too much. Like I said, the game had just come out today.
yeah,
But I know that a lot of it has really taken CTG by storm. The thing is, I think this whole day, all I've been hearing, reading while I've been at work, which is really. And then when I came back, I couldn't even play it when I came back. That's the thing. It bugged me even more. It's not that it's not stopping me for the video that we're doing because we're going to be using new characters for this.
yeah,
It was for the fact that I knew when I came back, I thought, no, wait, I really should do that video.
yeah,
Which I will explain which video it will be in a minute. But we'll probably have more to talk about Destiny 2 next week.
yeah,
So far, it seems like it's gotten positive across the board, which is nice to see. I'm happy because, like I said, Bungie is one of my favourite studios.
yeah,
The thing is, they are what made the Xbox first of all. It was Halo. It was a Halo machine, and a lot of people still treat it that way.
yeah,
And even and the thing is, Bungie did it perfectly, and 343 is trying, but it's nowhere near going to be as good as what Bungie did with it.
no,
And I think Destiny was a bit of not the expansions made it better, but
yeah,
that's not how it should have been. It should have been sort of good when it came out, and it's not like it's Bungie. It's Bungie's realm here. It's a
yeah,
sci-fi game, so they should have known where they should have gone. But I've got a feeling that maybe Activision dipped
yeah,
their toe in it too much here, and I think a lot of people saw it. I probably saw it, thought, "Oh yeah, we see this. maybe hold back on it a bit and maybe do it as an expansion. And I've got a feeling they've done it again with this one as well, because we already know there's expansions
Yeah.
coming out for this. I think they've said 3 expansions already.
You could pre-order. You could buy the X2
Yeah.
so far. But
And
they'll
I
probably
think
do like a year 2 where they charge you 30 odd quid for the one.
so. A quick question: have you already got the season pass for this one?
No.
Are you planning to?
I will. Yeah,
Yeah.
I always buy it. I always wait until it's closer rather than spend money now
to
that
see
I
what
don't
other
need to
people
spend.
think about it first. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll spend money now that I don't need to spend. Like, could shop £30 for it now, but that £30 could be used for somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, my question with this is so expansions and season passes itself.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts of this whole with those things first of all? Do you think they are a good thing? Do you think they're a bad thing, or is it certain situations for different games for you?
I think the first two for Destiny, the first Destiny, were quite small, but then you paid 15 quid each for them.
But that's still quite expensive for an expansion, I would say.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Especially when what you got with the original Destiny, it was a little bit of a lackluster. The thing is, I think you're the biggest Destiny fan that I know of with this, and that is a long shot. The thing is, I think there's a game series that you would prefer more than Destiny. Still, I think would you call yourself when it comes to Destiny, would you call yourself a fan of it?
Yeah.
Would you call yourself a big fan of it?
Yeah, I did put 3,000 hours.
Yeah, good point. That's a good point. So you and me, the first year of it was a little bit lackluster, wasn't it? I think it wasn't until the Taken King, which was the beginning of year 2, where it really started to shine.
Yeah.
So you're saying you're paying what? It was about 50 quid for the game itself, and then you say £15 for each of the 2 expansions that came out. You're saying 80 quid there, and I wouldn't say that game was worth 80 quid in its first year.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, I it's not like I've not been, when it comes to season passes and stuff like that, I've got games for season passes as well.
Mm-hmm.
But my way, I think it's the same way that you're doing with Destiny 2. You're going to wait until it gets closer to the actual first expansion to come out.
Yeah.
And then you think, yeah, will I not? And I think
I know I will, but I'd rather use the money in what I've got now than spend it and then.
Well, it's like me. I've just got the base game at the moment, but I think with me it'll be more depending on what my fire team decide. I'm going to be one of those that just go with the flow with this. And if we do decide, oh yeah, let's do this. I think the only game where I've actually bought a season pass early, this current generation, I think is Rainbow Six Siege. And that was, but not the first year, the second year of it. But then again, I think it was more the fact that what I got from the first year, I thought, yes, this is really good. I'm definitely getting the second year. So it was experience of what I already knew what the game was bringing to the table.
Yeah.
And Operation Health really kind of put a little bit of damper on it. But I've not had a go of the game since the actual drop of the update has come out, which came out yesterday, which is Tuesday for people who are watching this on the VOD of this, just to let people know. But but I think, like I said, I think it depends on the actual game itself. If it's like into a series of the game, and you're thinking, well, I've had a good experience from this past, then I would say season pass is worth it. But if it's something like a new game, or I hate to say it, Destiny itself has, where it's the first series had that first game in it had that damper to it.
Yeah.
Then it kind of feels like, right, I'm going to put it back a little bit, and it still feels like they've not learnt from this. But then again, I've got a feeling a lot of people have bought the season pass anyway.
Yeah.
So like we said, we'll talk a little bit more about Destiny 2 next week when both of us had had a few more hours with this. But there is another game that both of us have played this past couple of days that I feel we should talk about as well.
I just want to put a warning out though for Destiny.
Sorry?
Yeah, I just want to put one out for Destiny. Unless you're going to spend silver, expect to play the whole campaign on your feet because you don't get a Sparrow until you complete the campaign. Unless you buy them from.
How much? Quick, what? Sorry. How much is a Sparrow?
I don't know.
You
You have to buy the engrams from from the Eververse for real money in order to
microtransactions.
get a chance to get in one yet. But you'll get one eventually.
It's one of those things. It's why I agree when it comes to microtransactions. It's not a pay to win. It's either a pay to win or wait to win.
Yeah.
But then
Well,
again,
I don't
can't
think
really
these
say it's
are
a pay to win because you
pay
it's
to
part
win
of
like
the
that
single.
with Destiny.
Sorry.
Not really pay to win. It's not
No,
making you any better at the game.
The thing
Having
is, it's
Sparrow.
not putting you in the crucible with well, can you buy guns?
No, you can. It's all cosmetics.
It's all cosmetics, which that's what I think microtransactions should be. We've mentioned microtransactions before. I think when it comes to cosmetic, that's when it's good.
Yeah.
But like emotes. Like for example in the Division, they've got microtransactions in there, but it's all just skins and emotes. Awesome emotes, I would like to point out. But
I only ever bought one emote from Destiny 1, and that was the Hotline Bling dance.
Hotline Bling dance.
Yeah, Drake's song Hotline Bling, where he just dances like a idiot.
Yeah, I know what you're on about. Yeah.
Yeah, and they released that as an emote.
Destiny is keeping up to dancing trends. It makes Just Dance look out of sync.
So I actually bought that. That's the only time I've ever spent real money on Destiny.
Right. Anything else you want to talk about Destiny before we move on to the other game? No.
No, I'm enjoying it. They've made little changes which work for me.
But like I said, I think we've got to give a bit more time into the game as well ourselves. But we will, like I said, next week definitely be talking a bit more about it. We might try and get hold of somebody as well who else has been playing it, if she's available. So we'll see how that goes with that one. Talking about the person, we ended up playing a certain party game for the past couple of days as well, haven't we, Tattastic? Yeah, you just realised which game I was on about.
What a good game.
Yeah, so
what a fun game.
Yeah, so we have been kept on saying this, but we were kept on trying to play this game, and I think this week we finally managed to do it out of the blue at the start, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it was What's It wanted to play something on PS4.
Yeah.
I think that's when this game popped up, and we had so much fun with it the first time that for the first time in a long time we ended up playing it a second day in a row, actually as a stream.
Yeah.
And the game we're on about is That's You.
That's You.
Which is part of the PlayLink series on PlayStation 4. The first game in the PlayLink series.
Mm-hmm.
And it's currently free with PlayStation Plus until I think it's October.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And I'm going to say this now. Even though it's tough to get people together with this at times, it is a really, really, really fun game.
Yeah.
Only one thing we'll say: if you do not like your picture taken, is definitely not a game for you, because you would need to take a picture with this game. So, like I said, That's You. It's
even just for you, even just to start the game.
Yeah, you need to take a picture of yourself. You got morphing things on there, and then again, you don't really need to take a picture of yourself. A little bit of spoiler later on. I think I ended up starting to just take pictures of random things, mainly Quaver, which is I'm just going to knock him off his. Why did I knock him off his screen? You can see him in the bottom corner. There you go, back there, Quaver. There you go, good boy. You know, Quaver in the bottom left-hand corner. He was my picture for a while. And not just that, when we got questions where we had to take a picture, which I think was the Mimic game or something like that.
The Mimic game, yeah.
I ended up using him. Or some random object. But, so, Tattastic, first of all, what did you think of the game itself? I think it was worth the wait myself.
Yeah, it was. I've never it's been a long time since I've had that much of a laugh playing a game.
Of what's it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
what's it just didn't stop, did she?
we lost her. We didn't have. Well, she hasn't laughed that much in a stream. First of all, but when at game night, I think the last time she laughed that much was when we was playing something called Avatar Golf, and yeah, that was because she couldn't get the ball past a certain direction for a long
No.
time, and that's where
Right.
fever came from. But yeah, anyway, yeah, like I said, what your opinion on the game itself?
Yeah, it's really good. It's good. Definitely. Can you play it on couch co-op?
You can play it on couch co-op, yeah.
Because I'm gonna say it'd be good for that if you've got a lot of mates to come around. I'll
Well,
have a mobile phone.
yeah.
We could imagine being drunk doing that. It'd be.
Well, the thing is, it's everyone needs a mobile phone, need a smart device. Sorry,
Yeah.
they need to download the app, which is under That's You on at least the App Store for me, because that's
Yeah,
the only way. It's same with Android as well. I'm guessing.
Yeah, because I searched PlayLink thinking that's what it'd have to be, and
That's what.
when I searched PlayLink, it just said that's you. I was like, oh, okay.
And
That must be the one.
like for example with Jackbox and Use Your Words, it's great. Another game that I want to see more party games do this. Not just party games. I wouldn't mind seeing some board games do this as well,
Yeah.
where it uses a smart device to play the game. The thing is, it's like what's it called? If we end up, we've played Trivial Pursuit, we've played Monopoly in the past. I think there
Yeah.
would be great games that have the ability, if they could, to use the smart device, or even Battlefield. Not Battlefield. No, that's right. Is it Battlefield? The one with battleships. That's it.
Battleships.
Battleships. That would be a great game that would use that as well.
Yeah.
I feel like. But
This.
what was that? Tattastic?
Yeah, I was thinking when I was playing when I was at the midnight launch last night, I was thinking, I wonder if you can do that on couch co-op because it'd be a good, like I said, it'd be a good laugh for you've got a few mates around and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I think you can play couch co-op up to 6 people. Same online. Now this is where it gets a little bit iffy with online. So this is the only thing that I do find a little bit annoying about the whole game. When I said we've played games with Jackbox and Use Your Words, where we've actually played it online, it is a great game that you can use to stream.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is the one thing that kind of makes That's You fall down a little bit, is that you do need to have a PlayStation 4 with the game on it if you're playing online.
Yeah.
And I have actually spoken to Sony and the people that made the game as well, and just asked them, well, why can't? Is there a way that I can get around this? They say no, unfortunately, because of it being part of the PlayLink series. This is the only way that you can play it.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit disheartening, but because there are certain people like Hanksy and Heavenly and Ryan, someone who is an Xbox. Who is more Xbox than anything?
Yeah.
He doesn't even have a PlayStation. Point. Who would be great to play this game with, and yet you
Yeah.
can't because, of course, they don't have the system. And it's not like I could just say, "Hey guys, just come around mine and we can play it," because we can't do that, unfortunately, because
No.
it is too much.
We all live all
different
over the
places.
place.
Yeah, exactly. I was trying to get Sissy over here. That would be fun. She's all the way over in Germany, isn't she? So,
Yeah.
well, unless she's, of course, down here for a week or something. But but yeah, it is. That's the only downfall I have with this. And like I said, there's other games that are coming out for the series as well. But I think it would have been better if there was ability to have Twitch support with it.
Especially with all of it being played through your phone, really.
Yeah. The thing is, I feel like it's Sony's way of trying to control it.
Yeah.
And as much as it's saying, well, you've got PlayStation Plus, you got it for free. Yeah, but this is like a taster of what you can get from this.
Yeah.
The thing is, you're still paying for the other games that are coming out. I think the one that I'm looking at, Knowledge is Power, you're paying £16 for that. And even though if I buy it, that means you would have to buy it and What's It would have to buy it to have the same experience from it. And the thing is, we probably will from what we've had from That's You, but it's depending on when we do it. And it's like, for this That's You, we've been wanting to do this for weeks upon weeks upon weeks.
Yeah.
And we just managed to be able to do it now.
Yeah.
While if it was something like Jackbox Party Pack 4, which is going to be coming out hopefully really soon, I can go, hey guys, this is out now, we're going to play it tonight.
Yeah.
And more than likely, you and Ryan will pop up, and all you have to do is go onto Mixer, or Twitch, or YouTube, and then we can start playing the game.
Yeah, and then the other spaces get filled by people who watch the channel. So
well, it's like with Jackbox, I just send a message on the Jackbox Discord, people come and play with us. And we don't even have to do that. Half the time, people come and play with us. We've had brilliant nights with Jackbox and Use Your Words. And we have the weirdest nights because it's so random, because we have those people in. And I think that's what this game needs. But then again, at the same time, I'm happy it doesn't, because if you open it to the public and you've got a camera, just saying, that's how your Twitch channel gets a 24-hour suspension.
I haven't actually watched my stream back from last night because, like I said, I was doing those like selfie challenges and trying to pull all those faces with camera on in top corner as well in my stream. So
I want to go and see yours, even though we're probably going to be using mine and What's It's footage for the videos that we've done. Because I had to use What's It's for the first video, and mine will be used for the second video. But I'm interested. I want to go and see. It'll be on the usual 3, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see how that goes. Oh yeah. Quick question. How did you manage to get mine and What's Its voice when you? Oh, capture card.
Yeah, but I also had to make it set my PlayStation to play used to talking through my telly for it to capture on the capture card.
Okay.
It's all dead weird.
Yeah, because that's the one thing. I would have put it on all 3 as well if it wasn't for the fact that the only way we would have been able to do that was probably use Discord or Skype. Probably Discord. But yeah, like I said, we had fun with it. We managed to get everything sorted in the end. So yeah. So that's you. We're coming on our channel real soon with me, Tattastic, and What's It, and it's a fun game.
And a lot of laughing.
It's a lot of laughing. So, any other games you've played this week, mate? Apart from VR.
VR. I think that's about it.
That's honestly.
It. Yeah, That's You. That was Monday, Tuesday, wasn't it?
Yeah. Today you did Destiny.
I'm a Destiny today. Yeah.
So I've got one game that I've got to talk about then that I've played. Where's the title of this game? This is the thing. I ended up playing a game for a one shot, which hopefully I'll be able to get out tomorrow. The title is so long and different. Here we go. I've got it now. So the game I ended up playing was called Utawari Rumono, Mask of Truth. So it is a game that came out on Tuesday. I ended up getting a copy to do as for a one shot, and it is a visual novel, but it's also a tactical role play game, or an SRPG for short. One thing I'm just going to say this now. There's a difference between when a visual novel is made by Western studios. So you could count things like, say, Telltale Game. That is technically a visual novel in the end.
Yeah.
Which you've got interaction probably about straight away into the game. Then comes the Japanese version of visual novel. The video that I've got at the moment is nearly an hour long. I did go back to the start of it, mate. Yes, I did. I think there's about probably 10, 15 minutes of me actually playing the game in that video. And then
In the whole hour.
in the whole hour. And I ended up skipping a lot of it as well. And I to a point that at the end of it, I learned from this quite quickly. So I could skip the first part up to the first fight quite easily and make it speed up. For the reason why I could do that is because I had already played through that to see how long. Because I know visual novels, one thing I know about them is that when it comes to Japanese visual novels, they do talk a lot in the game. It's simple enough. It's something I've had to deal with in the past. So I could skip that bit. Turns out, if you haven't seen a part of the visual novel, the cutscene story part of it, it will not allow you to skip at all. So it was basically after the fight, because I hadn't gotten any further past that, I thought, great, let's get this, keep going. The skip button's not working anymore. I'm like there, oh great. So I ended up doing that, and it turns out that I only did the epilogue. Not the epilogue, the prologue of the whole story. So that's going to be a fun video that's coming out tomorrow. So yeah,
Yep.
just I'm going to say this now though. So Utawari Rumono, I have had a bit more time with the combat in the game as well, and it is a good game. It is a good game. If you like games like Fire Emblem, Valkyria Chronicles, those kind of games, if you enjoy those kind of games, then I do recommend pick this game up. It's available on the PS4 and Vita. It is the final chapter in this series of this game. There is another one that's already out called Utawari Rumono, Mask of Deception. But you do not need to play that game to have an understanding what's going to happen, because it does recap in the prologue of what has actually happened as well. So I do, like I said, I do recommend it. If you're not a fan of visual novels, then I'm going to say this now, or a lot of talking in games and less interaction, then yeah, this is a game you should definitely avoid.
Yeah.
But all I could say is, if you're not 100% sure, go and watch the video. It'll be out on Thursday, hopefully. I can't promise that because it depends on how much editing I've got to do with this. I might not even do any editing. I might just push it out just because that's what mood I'm in with this, because I want to play Destiny 2. But but my thought is that I'm still going to have a go of this game a bit further anyway, because I feel like I need to give it a little bit more attention. It's just that for a one shot, I'm thinking, well, I can only give it so much attention. To a point I've actually took the timer off. I thought, right, I've got to continue this. We ended up nearly to the 30-minute mark, and I looked at it and thought, I'm still listening to the story. So, but yeah.
That's something else I've done actually. I went back to Crash Bandicoot.
Oh.
I put myself through torture.
Why?
And
What did you do?
I'm still in torture land because but I'm not going to go back to it for a while now, because I've tried to do. Oh shit! What's up? Jesus Christ! The name of the level's gone. The really difficult one. The
Bridge to Heaven.
Bridge to Nowhere.
That's it. Bridge to Nowhere.
What was it called? Hold on, I've got it in a text. I've got it in a message somewhere. I sent someone it on Facebook.
Is it the one that's got the rope bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Bridge to Nowhere.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I set myself the task of doing that without and getting every single box.
Oh, why?
And I got to the point where I got to the end and I was like, I can't see any boxes I've missed. And I missed one box.
Right.
So that's why I'm not going back to it.
This is the thing. I've actually was having a conversation today with somebody else, to a point that he was so upset that he actually got it digitally because he would have gone and traded this game in.
He
And
wasn't if I had it is all.
no, just he has got so annoyed with the game that he went to that point. And I'm thinking, now you said this, and I've heard so many times saying, "Oh, the game's harder. The game's harder." I don't know what you guys are on about. Look, all I struggled on was that one level, and that's the one where you had to climb up the wall. The other ones, I didn't really struggle that much.
Even the people who made it come out and said we've made it harder, so...
I know, that's the thing. I'm looking and thinking, have they? Really? Really? Have they made it harder? Now, the thing is, I might have had a little bit of different feeling when it came to Crash Bandicoot. I played Crash Bandicoot when it first came out. That was the original game that, like I keep saying, it got me into gaming. Mm-hmm. And so which is, be honest, a game for punishment. That's the game that you go into. It's like the modern days saying, right, how did you get into gaming? Dark Souls. But yeah, but then again, I love the game anyway, and I'm still at the set, which I'm still playing for the first one. But it's one of those games that I go back to and come back from. It's like that, and Sonic Mania is another game that I do that with at the moment. It's my comfort games at the moment, and so I don't know. I think that's why I don't have too much rage with it. It's because I'm giving myself some time to just step away from it, go play other games I'm having rages with, and then come back to this. So my rage.
I didn't mind. I didn't really rage. I just thought I'm not trying again now for a while.
This one box.
I missed one box.
Well,
I can't think where I've missed it.
Well, I'm not doing that. I'm just doing it to try and complete the game. I'm not complete the game 100%. I'm just trying to get through all the levels at the moment. I think I've got up to the Bridge of Nowhere now. I've done one of the bridges. It's the second bridge one, isn't it?
No, the first one.
The first one? Oh, there's another one, mate. There's
another one that's hard
there's
as
a
well,
tougher one, yeah. But yeah, I've just gotten to that one, but that's because I just beaten the boss, and I think I was getting a bit tired anyway. So I might go back to that later.
Mine was Road to Nowhere is the one I don't know.
Road to Nowhere.
And then there's Bridge to Nowhere?
Yeah, so there's Road to Nowhere.
The second one?
Yeah, so there's Road to Nowhere and Bridge to Nowhere. I'm on Bridge to Nowhere now. Which I find funny with that is that the game itself is difficult, yet the boss is one of the easiest bosses to defeat. But then again, I'm looking forward to that, and then I'll move on to 2 and move on to 3. The games that I have really fond memories of those two.
Yeah.
But yeah. I've still not streamed any of that. I tried to once, but I think you guys were playing something else at the same time. I thought, fuck this, I'm going to go play that now.
Yeah.
It sounds like they're having fun. But, yeah. So, how did we even get on to... Oh, you playing Crash, yeah, I remember why. So, yeah. No, I said Utawaru Ramono. Been playing some Pocket Morty as well. Got back onto that again. Because I think they've had a week off, haven't they? With the actual series, because of it being Labor Day in America.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So I've gone back to that. Sure. I think that's pretty much it. That's all I've been really playing this week. Apart from our usual bits and pieces that we normally play. Well, I know we've got Siege coming up on Saturday, the 9th. Is that a Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. So we're going to be playing Siege on the Saturday to check out these new operators and new level, and of course what's improved on that. I think Kev wants me to do some more Wolfenstein with him this week as well. And we probably are going to do some Forza 5 as well. Now it's one of the free games, and Trials Fusion as well we're on about doing as well. And like I said, I've challenged you to also the Insult Simulator.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I played that, didn't I? Because I reviewed that.
Okay, you didn't like it.
No.
But that was because it didn't take your insults.
It's a lack of options as well.
Yeah, that too. Well, I ended up playing on mobile first, and
like I said, they don't have to make sense. They just have to be in a grammatical order and like grammatically correct order. Saying your mum looks like a train seat or your seat, and adores your hovercraft, and they score more points than what you put in. I'm thinking, that's shit. If I turned around and said that to somebody in a club, what would they do?
I think I ended up calling somebody's house. I said somebody's house smells like your sister and your mother. That's. I was arguing about a parrot.
Oh yeah, it's that one where you're arguing about taking your parrot back.
Well, I think I was playing as was it R.L. Stein? I think that's one of the characters that you could play. You could play as R.L. Stein. Why? Yeah.
Like I said, it'd be good. If you had if we played it, we would probably have the rule of no stupid insults. Like
no. We wouldn't have a rule of no stupid insults. Our insults will be stupid.
No,
I would accept it.
Yeah, none of these stupid. You look like a seat or whatever it is. What?
Oh no, I would still stick with doing those insults, mate. And my point is, right, I'm going to do an insult, but I'm going to make it as stupid as possible. Because that's what kind of insults we would do. That's simply our way of playing games. Stupid as stupid possible. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it against you, mate. Really am. But it does seem like one of those kind of games where it might be better playing against somebody than playing against computer, which is a bit...
Yeah.
Yeah, but then again, the game is about, what, £2 something on Xbox?
Yeah, it was only £2.49.
It's not an expensive game. If you want something stupid, you've got spare money on your account or something like that, I would say, yeah, get it. It's something stupid. It's also available on mobile devices and tablets as well. And I think, is it on PC? I'm not sure if it's on PC. Probably is. But I know it's on Xbox.
On PS4.
And PS4.
On PS4 as well.
And on mobiles and tablets. So,
yeah, so I reckon it'll be on PC.
I would expect it to be, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. First of all, I want to just, before we talk on to our main subject, I just want to recap on the subject from last week. We was talking about Sonic and the DRM, de novo DRM issue.
No, it's too far got you, but I know what the issue was.
Yeah. So a lot of it, we was on about it with people complaining that they could only play online when it came onto PC because de novo was put on the game without anybody actually knowing about it was going to be there. Of course, upset a lot of PC gamers, which is understood because de novo has been getting a really lot of backlash since it's arrived. And the games that have had this has had more backlash as well. Well, we've had more information about this. That Sonic Mania's de novo DRM has already been cracked. It took them 8 days to crack it. So, yeah. Again, de novo, not working. What it's supposed to do. It's already been cracked again. Mm-hmm. So, hopefully, what do you think of this, first of all? Do you think this will now make other game developers look and think, well, if this isn't working...
Yeah, it's what I don't get. Like, I understand they want it in place because of piracy and blah, blah, but never mind what you do, someone's going to hack it.
Yeah. The thing is, if you put a rule against it, someone will try and break that rule.
Yeah.
It's simple enough. You're not stopping them. You're challenging them.
Take for example, it's not really game related, but take for example, Cody. All the internet service providers we're managing to block that, blah blah blah, and now you can go on Amazon Fire Stick and download an APK which basically works like the apps from inside Kodi, but they're not blocked by your internet service provider. As soon as they block that, there's going to be another thing out there that's going to replace it.
What's Kodi, by the way? I don't know what Kodi is.
No, Kodi's like where you can watch any movie, stream any
movie.
Oh,
right, okay, yeah.
program. So you install it on a Fire Stick, and rightly so, the internet service provider said, we can't have that, we're blocking it.
They'll find another way around it, yeah.
straight away you just download an APK, which is a separate program from Kodi, but it basically does the move. Like the app in Kodi for watching movies is now just its standalone app, which they haven't blocked yet. So once they block that, it's just going to bring someone's just going to say, "Well, start using this one."
I know what you mean. The thing is, it's nice
I
to
understand
see.
why they
I
do
understand why they do this. Yes, it's the same here, but it's like anything. Now, not saying de novo is a bad thing because there is a positive side of looking at this.
Yeah.
The thing is, when you say things like pirates, when it's supposed to ward off pirating of the game, and then improving it, well, that means that the DRM side of things will be improved even more. But at the same time, I'm thinking, how far? Well, we already think it's gone too far as it is now, where we've ended up having games where you've not been able to play them because of the stupid DRM on here, to a point that you've had actual companies coming out like GOG and Humble Bundle come out and say, yeah, these games are DRM free. They've actually come out and said, yeah, these are DRM free. I'm thinking, well, what kind of world do we live in where they've actually got to say that?
Yeah.
It's weird, and especially the thing is, the ones that are DRM free, the thing is, when it comes to actual gaming, and my opinion of this is simple: if someone actually enjoyed the game enough, and if they could, they would end up buying the game anyway.
Yeah.
The thing is, a lot of people treat it as a more like a rent system of it, where they have a go of the game, they say, wait, no, this is really good. Even if they don't end up buying that first game, they'll end up more than likely buying a sequel, because there will be people that will end up buying it. The thing is, if they really enjoy their game, they will end up buying it.
Yeah.
Okay, there's places that can't, but there's reasons why these places can't.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel it just... gaming should be available for everybody.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Did you just see that? Oh, no.
I think it's in relation to what My Heavenly can't play Destiny.
Sorry, what?
So I think it's in relation to the Heavenly situation.
Oh, with the... Yeah, right, yeah, I understand
Yeah.
you're on about, yeah. But, yeah, it's... Like I said, I think... Pirating, yeah, it's a bad thing in ways, but I think it's a good thing in ways. And if true gamers in the end, if they enjoy game and they enjoy game, even if they get it through that way, they will end up buying the game in the end. The thing is, I feel like there's such things should not be limited to a point that it's already limited to at the moment.
I think that's one thing PC gamers probably.
Yeah, it's a PC look
I
to
think
it.
I think it's one thing they probably found funny was they wanted to put DRM in the Xbox One, and look what happened. The guy lost his job, and because everyone got kicked off. People kick off on PC, and they're just like, so what?
Yeah.
It's like Xbox One's like, oh, shut up, you can't do that. And then suddenly, actually, he's not working for the company anymore, and we're turning everything around. He said.
Yeah.
He didn't really work for us, Don Batrick.
I don't feel sorry for the guy. The guy was an absolute idiot. when he came to the whole thing that he did, it's like, well, no. You've ended up making the 360, a game which dominated last generation, and then you move over to Xbox One and you completely backtracked on everything that you did. That it kind of just fell apart because they ended up. It wasn't for the whole thing of the DRM thing, where, like I said, as a console gamer, a lot of people don't want that. The thing is, a lot of people end up getting the games because of trading. But it wasn't that really bugged me the most with this whole situation. They treated it more like a media station. No. It's gamers first. This is where PlayStation, and this is the reason why PlayStation's done so well this generation, is because they ended up treating it as gamers first. Their whole gimmick, still to this date, is for the gamer, for the players. They still say it now.
Yeah.
And it's like, even look at Nintendo Switch themselves. The reason why the Switch is doing so well is because they're doing the same thing. They didn't think, oh, right, we need to make sure that this thing's got YouTube on it. It needs to have streaming on it. It needs to have all this kind of stuff. No, they just said, well, you can take it out with you, but it's still a home console.
Yeah.
They're really passionate about that bit, aren't they?
They said it might come in the future, but they're not saying it is coming. They
No,
said
well, their focus is on gaming. That's
it may
what it
be
should
added.
be.
I sort of felt a bit. Well, sorry, I wouldn't say sorry. I sort of felt a bit rubbish from the backlash he got about the DRM until the point where he had the interview and they said to him, like, a guy said, I'm a soldier and when I'm over in Iraq, our downtime is playing the Xbox. Online. Said, how's it going to be online when we're in Iraq in a barracks?
Yeah.
To which his answer to that was,
get an Xbox 360.
This is why I hated him. There is something out there for you. It's called an Xbox 360.
Yeah, that's what pissed me off the most.
I was like, don't use. You can't. These people are freaking defending your country. You knobhead.
The thing is, I didn't hear about the whole Afghanistan part of it. Mm-hmm. The whole thing that pissed me off was just a sentence that he said. He said, like you said, there is something out there for you. It's called an Xbox 360. No. That is not how it works. If you're bringing another generation of consoles in, and this is the whole reason why I'm happy he's gone completely. The guy was an idiot when it came to gaming side of things.
Yeah.
He was an absolute idiot. What bugged me the most with it, and I'm happy this is why I like Phil Spencer more.
Phil Spencer is a gamer.
He's a gamer. That's the thing. They didn't need a business person. They needed a gamer in that position. That's why Phil is a brilliant person. I would love to meet him in person one day and shake his hands for what he did to the Xbox. He basically saved that thing from brink of extinction. Yeah. The thing is, if you kept is Don Matrick or something like that, I don't remember.
Don Matrick, yeah.
Yeah. If he kept his position, we would not be talking about Xbox One at this point. That side of it, Microsoft would have shut their gaming division down by now. And then that would be a nightmare to gaming. Because then what will happen? PlayStation will dominate everything. Not saying it's a bad thing. Sony with the PlayStation is a brilliant system. But there'd be no competition for it.
I think Sony are making some errors now, though.
They are making some errors, I agree.
I think they're feeling like we've won this generation, so we can do what we want. And they did that with PlayStation 2 and when they brought PlayStation 3 out at 600 quid.
Well, hopefully they've learnt from that big mistake.
But now they're dominating the console market again. What do they do? Well, we're putting our subscriptions up by 25%. Well done. They're going to give me anything more for that 25%.
No, yeah, okay, that is a bit of a nuisance, but then, which I do agree is a pain in the neck. If there's nothing that they've improved on it, which hopefully they will, hopefully they'll improve the security of it. That's the main thing when it comes to a subscription. It's the security side of things, isn't it? As long as you can make sure your system is running most of the time, then we're happy. But I think what bugged me the most with where you can start seeing that Sony is starting to fall apart a little bit, and we've already discussed this many times, especially since we've been back from break, is how they're treating the whole crossplay thing. Yeah. The thing is, they're looking at it and thinking, well, we don't really need to be part of this. This is what we're getting from this. But no, you should not be thinking like this. I said, you guys have been talking about for the players. Well, this is a good thing for the players. Yeah. The thing is, stop thinking it as we're the dominant one here, you should be playing our system. Start thinking, well, how can we improve on this? Oh, there's this game here. Maybe let people be able to play it across brand. Yeah. The thing is, I feel like that if you do that and have your exclusives, which you already have, then people will go and buy your console. If anything, it would be more damaging to the Xbox. Because, like I said, they got their exclusives. Yeah. And plus they've got the VR headset, which is a good thing that's already added into it as well. So, but like I said, Sony's... I don't know what... We've not heard much about it lately, have we? Last thing we heard that they are still in talks with PlayStation about this. Mm-hmm. But they are being a little bit of a pain in the ass about it. But then again, it could be... like I said, well, Nintendo... That's weird. Nintendo's agreed to this. So it can't be because they are a Japanese-focused company. No. It's just that they're being dicks.
I know we like take the mick out of Xbox for its exclusives, and it seems to become a thing. But have you seen Dead Rising 4's coming out on PlayStation?
Oh wait, it's going to be a Game of the Year collection as well, isn't it?
Oh, thank Jesus Christ.
Oh, God's sake. How long will it be until Cuphead's available on PlayStation? That's what I'm going with. No, yeah. So that's another... It's Capcom. The thing is, we know what Capcom's like. It's like, oh, this is coming out on the Xbox and the PC and maybe the PlayStation 4. Yay. I'll keep an eye on Street Fighter 5. That's what I'm saying. How long will that...
Street Fighter 5. I don't think Xbox will want Street Fighter 5.
No, you guys can keep that one.
Yeah. Keep that as exclusive. It's the only bad one
just so to say that you guys will keep that one. Here's Dead Rising 4. Please keep it.
Don't.
We're happy with Street Fighter 4. That's it. That's where it stops. Even make a super ultra arcade edition of Street Fighter 4. We'll take it. Even Switch doesn't want it. They've ended up going with Street Fighter 2. That's how their imports is.
Yeah. Microsoft Office and the Capcom ring. Hi, we are ready to put Street Fighter 5 over on your console.
No.
Give that.
I mean. Oh no! Come on! I don't think it's really. We're more about shooters here.
It's like no. If you need to make any more money, just give them Dead Rising 4. Don't even think about putting Street Fighter on our console.
Oh, but yeah. So like I said, we were talking about what was we talking about?
I don't know.
I was talking about DRM.
Yeah.
But yeah, so moral from us.
Thought on DRM.
Yeah, Sonic Mania de novo DRM cracked in 8 days. There you go. That's what we got from us. Right, so let's talk about the main story that I wanted to talk about anyway. So we kind of avoided this last time this came out because of what positions we was in at this point. But I feel like now it's come back again. I feel like this is a good time to talk about it. So there was a video that came out this week of what was it? Dean Dean Takahashi, who who is a games journalist. I think he's 16 years game journalist now. So he's got quite a library behind him of what he's played. Mm-hmm. He ended up putting a video out of him playing Cuphead, which I can agree is a hard game. The game comes out at the end of this month as well. He ended up playing the Gamescom demo of it. Mm-hmm. And he was really bad at this game. He couldn't jump over a object in the tutorial. Mm-hmm. Now, this has caused certain people to come out and bring up the subject: should game journalists be good at games to be game journalists? Now, I feel like it's me I used to do the journalist side of thing. I think the closest thing I do nowadays is the podcast. And you who still do reviews and look at the news and stuff like that yourself, mm-hmm. I thought this was a perfect opportunity for us to talk about it as well. Yeah. And well, first of all, I want to talk about the actual story where this whole source thing has come from. First of all, now, like I said, it is Dean Takahashi who put out a video. Which he ended up calling it Dean's embarrasses himself for 26 minutes Cuphead gameplay. Yeah. And to a point that there was a sentence that also popped up on here on the video that says, "I suck at Cuphead, let's get this out of the way." So he actually puts in the video that he sucks at it. Now, my thought of this, first of all, he puts out this video of him being bad at this. Now, this might be my side of looking at it as someone who does Let's Plays and does the video side of things. If something is really that bad, I would be at a point where I think maybe I'm not doing it. The only time I would put this out is if I'm doing it as an entertainment side of things. Which, by the way, I've seen the video. It is quite entertaining in a bad way. But now, this is where my thoughts myself comes with it. Now most game journalists I know of are good at games, but they can only spend so long with a game. It's simple enough. The thing is, if you are a very popular game journalist, you will end up getting a lot of games coming through anyway, and you've kind of got to get through them as fast as you possibly can. So you only can spend so much time with it. But I feel like when it comes to game journalism, if you're in that position anyway, if you know that you're not good at this game, then maybe I would say if you're in a position at that point, you probably can just pass it to someone else to do that game review for you. Someone that you know is good at platformers or who is a glutton for punishment. Someone who can actually have a go of this. So this is where I'm thinking it's a weird situation where I'm not saying that you should be good at games to be a game journalist, because I'm not good at every game myself. You're not good at every game yourself.
No.
But I feel like you should understand where your limits are with a certain game as well.
That's, I mean, it's why I would never look at reviewing a game like Dark Souls, because I don't like those type of games. And I suck at them. And I wouldn't look at if someone comes and says, "Oh, do you want to review this?" Well, probably not, because
well, it's like me with I would say like Battlefield or something like that. I would do a Let's Play video of it because it's entertainment, because I'm really bad at that game.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say, right, I'm going to write a review of this. I'm going to put my impressions on this game. And I'm not saying that Dean Taka... I'm going to just say Takahashi. Now it will be a lot easier. It's not like Takahashi actually came out and gave her his review of Cuphead. If anything, he was making more fun of himself with this video.
Yeah.
And it's not like he's come out and actually reviewed the game. Because that's where I would say it would have drawn the line there. If he actually came out and reviewed the game and said, "No, this game sucks," as if I'm thinking, well, it's not the game sucks, it's you were bad at the game. But he has actually come out and said that he was bad at the game anyway.
Yeah. I think it's like a harsh thing to say, though. If you're not good at games, you can't review them, because to me, I'll take a different sort of look to it. Is, say, football. The referee might not be able to play football for his life, but he knows how football works. He still knows how to judge football. He might be rubbish at football, playing it.
Well, I'm looking at the story here now a little bit more, and this continued. This is how it got brought up. The actual whole game journalist thing. We had a Daily Caller journalist, Ian Miles Chong, who writes for the Sun. Well, that's already where he got bad here. He wrote about games for the likes of Heat Street and the Sun. His decision to making a sweeping generalization of his own career is a curious one. So this guy who actually said this quote, which I'm going to say now, is also a games journalist anyway. He ended up tweeting saying, Game journalists are incredibly bad at video games. It's painful to watch this. How do they think they're qualified to write about games?" Now he's just generalized game journalist in total, which I think is a wrong thing to do, and especially on this video. I think
that's what I mean. It's like, to me, so he's basically saying game journalists are bad at video games,
which is not true. The thing is, it's like, what is it called? Like, I think, did you say just not long ago? It's like someone who is a sports journalist. Doesn't mean that they're good at every bloody sport.
No.
It's like
they don't understand the sport.
Yeah, it's that they understand how the sport works. The thing is, I feel like you're not good at every game, but as long as you understand the actual thing, how the game works and stuff like that, if you've got the knowledge of how the game is supposed to work, then that's where your game knowledge comes from. It's not if you're really good at it. It's like, what's it called?
No.
If that was true, Dark Souls would be critically demised.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are not good at that game. But it's not. It's actually, a lot of people praise that game for what it's done.
Yeah.
Because
like
I understand the mechanics of it is of really smart mechanics.
Like, I would never review it because I am really bad at those, and that's why I never review it, because I wouldn't feel like I'd try and be fair with the review, but I wouldn't be enjoying it while I'm playing it.
No, but the thing is, you if you went and reviewed it anyway, you wouldn't.
But I would never
bad.
turn around. I'm gonna say I would never turn around to someone and says, "Oh, what do you think of that Dark Souls?" Oh shit! I turn around and say, "It's hard. You've really got to think about buying it because
it's a hard game. It's a niche game.
It's a really good
game.
But it's a really good game. If
it's
you
a
can
beautiful game.
Get it down. Like if you can get it down, it's a really good game. So I wouldn't say no, it's rubbish. It is. It hasn't got the name it's got for being rubbish.
The thing is, yeah, exactly. It's like with Cuphead, which is coming out. We know this is going to be a really difficult game, but a lot of people say no. It's beautiful designed for the game, and we can't really say much. Well, all I can say is what I played a couple of years ago of it, and I think the mechanics of the game is really good. It's like, what's it called? It's like Crash Bandicoot. A lot of people have been complaining about Crash Bandicoot, which you said earlier is a difficult game to get a hold of. And they've actually come out and said, no, we've actually changed it to make it more difficult. But it's been positively...
Well, they've not really said we've made it more difficult. They've just said...
We've changed it, that's why.
The fact that now with where consoles are, you don't have to have a big hitbox around the character. Like on Crash Bandicoot in the PS1, it was a rectangle around the character. Now,
no, it's a pill shape.
At the point they're in now, they can do pill-shaped hitboxes. And that's what makes it hard, because
you're now sliding off.
On the old one, you could land like with only just your heel on, but the hitbox was square to keep you on. But now, you land with only your heel on. It's the curve.
But anyway, like, we're not going back into Crash Bandicoot. It's the same thing. It's that it is a lot of people have find it more difficult, this game, but it's still widely loved at the moment, to a point that it ended up being top of the charts for 7 weeks in a row. 7 weeks, 6 in a row. And I think it's because of this, with this Ian Miles Chong's done, it's opened other people looking at it as well. And some of the people, I'd be honest, I don't.
But that's what I mean. It's like his naive comment puts it in people's heads now that video game journalism's like, people are coming out saying, should they be good at games? And this journalist comes out and says that we're all bad at games. It's like, well, no, you've just give them more to their argument for being like small-minded.
Yeah. Well,
I wouldn't say, look at the likes of Jeff Gertzman, one of the biggest video game journalists out there.
Yeah.
He plays games and he's good at games.
Yeah. The thing is, people are good at games. Some people aren't good at games. I would decide what's it called. If I went up to someone who's a pro gamer, I would lose easily. But on their kind of game. But if I say, all right, let's go and play, let's play That's You. I bet you won't win that way. No, that's a difficult game to do, actually. I'm trying to think of a game that I'm really good at.
And the day is, you could walk up to. Maybe you could walk up to, we'll go to a football game, you could walk up to Ronaldo and say, yeah, he'd win you at football, but then put him on a game which he doesn't know anything about that you do, and you'd rinse him on that?
I've got a perfect example, modern day example of this. Mayweather versus McGregor.
Yeah.
The thing is, we had it that it was Mayweather's, it was boxing in the end.
Yeah.
So Mayweather had the advantage, and he was proving that he had the advantage. I saw the whole fight. He pretty much dominated after the third round against McGregor. But if you went and did a UFC fight, I don't think Mayweather would have lasted up to 3 rounds.
I don't. He wouldn't have made 10 rounds. No way. No.
So
he wouldn't have made it. I think, like you said, he probably wouldn't make it 3 rounds.
Well, it's like Mayweather. He's the best of the world of boxing, and to be honest, McGregor gave a good fight, but you could tell that he was going to lose that fight.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people were more interested just for that hope with that one. But
you could see
McGregor's great when it comes to UFC.
Yeah, you could see Mayweather knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Because it's his domain. he wouldn't have gone 49 fights up that unbeaten if it wasn't his domain.
Well, I'm just looking at more of these comments on here, and one guy I really, really do hate. Here's another quote. So easy, they watch YouTube gaming videos and write BS without ever playing the game, says Keemstar. I'm thinking, well, I don't like the guy. The guy's just there to try and make drama, and
he's just drama.
Yeah.
The
thing is, no, journalists don't do that. Nowadays, journalists adapt themselves to playing games. Well, you, for example, you adapt yourselves now to. You still do reviews in that lot, but you do a lot of Let's Plays. Well, you do lots of Let's Plays with us.
Yeah.
To a point that you've got a weekly video that comes out. And that's what I'm seeing more often now. That is, people are actually adapting themselves, and I know that a lot of people are more interested in Let's Plays. They're obviously the game being played, first reactions from it. But I feel like as that side of the thing, I feel like game journalists, they're good in their own. They're not good at everything, and broadening games as one subject is a bad thing to do.
Yeah.
The thing is, they're good at a certain genre. It's like, what's it called? With movies, you would go to see someone's review because you know that they understand that genre of it. Same with music, you would understand what you go with that genre of it. Now, I don't understand why we're not treating games the same way here when it's supposed to be an entertainment broad thing. It's like there was another thing that I read. I think it was Dara Brain said this. How is it that when it comes to gaming is the only entertainment source that you can be bad at? The thing is, you can't be bad at watching a movie, you can't be bad at listening to music, but you can be bad at playing a game.
Yeah.
It's like, what's it called?
It's true.
It's not like if you went on to say a music station, and then about a minute into the song, you get asked a random question, and if you get the question wrong, then you can't listen to that song anymore. Or if you go and watch a movie, half an hour in, it asks you a couple of questions, what's happened in the movie. And if you get these questions wrong, no, you're out of the cinema.
Exactly. It's like saying, I don't know, it's just a very generic statement to make.
Yeah. What we're saying here is that game journalists are good at they're not good at gaming general, but they are good at certain parts of gaming.
And they're also good at having a knowledge about gaming.
That's the thing. A game journalist is the people that have the knowledge. The thing is, a bad game journalist is when they do not have the knowledge of gaming. And that is what you get from experience over time. So I think that's where we can stop with that anyway. So hopefully this issue flies over very quickly.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about this. I feel like my stream's starting to have a little bit of a hiccup. I don't know why. There you go.
So you can be good at gaming and be a rubbish journalist. For example, Brash Games.
Yeah, exactly. That's a perfect example of it. Yeah, like I said, you can be a bad journalist, but you can't. You can't really be bad at every game. So
yeah, exactly. There's to be fair, from the game journalist side, I got sent a long time ago, quite a while ago now, that Torment Tides in Numera.
Yeah.
And that type of game is not my type of game. Not that I'm bad at that type of game. It's just not one I enjoy playing. But by the time I did the end of it, because I was the one who was given the code, so I went along with it. I ended up scoring that 8.6.
Yeah.
By the end of it, although it wasn't the game I thought I would like, I didn't mark of what that game is meant to be.
Yeah.
I looked at it as what the players who will probably want to read the reviews of that game their mindset on games. It's just, you just got to adjust yourself. So
it's like you won't come to us for our reviews on Call of Duty. You go to someone like Allier or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because we're going to
FIFA. Yeah. The thing is, the thing is, us two, we're fans of football. We've got our own teams that we love to support, but you wouldn't come to us with our opinion on FIFA 18. Which, by the way, it's going to be good.
I like FIFA 18.
Actually, yeah, we both do. Actually, I think I'm looking forward to the journey returns myself. So, It's like, what's it called? If you come to us, you come and ask us what do we think of the new WWE game. You come to me and Hanksy about that, since that's what we do every bloody month. We play that game every month.
They got me. What do you think of it? I don't know 50% of the wrestlers. I only know like the old ones, like the legend characters that are in there.
It's like, what's it called? You wouldn't come to me and say, oh, what do you think of the new Legend of Zelda game? No, you don't go to me. You go to Billy.
Anything about Sonic, go to Billy.
Yeah. Anything about Sonic, go to Billy. World of Tanks, Shimmy. We have our own specialities, and it's the same with game journalists. See, that's the last game that he had.
These are the wrestlers I know.
It's so bad that it's actually made by THQ, which don't exist anymore. Well, it does. It's now THQ Nordic, but that THQ doesn't exist. Come back to your mic.
The level of wrestling game.
If you're saying something, go back to your mic and say it.
So yeah, but those are the level of wrestling games. Those are the level of wrestling games. That's why I'm playing now. I know the wrestlers on there, so I'm happy.
Yeah. So yeah, I feel like that we've talked a bit about that. I'm happy that we talked a bit about it now.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, like I said, it will cool down a bit, but I doubt it will. It's just that I feel like people should have a little bit more thought when it comes to what they actually tweet.
Everybody likes a bit of drama nowadays, unfortunately.
And well, not everybody. Some people
not
do.
everybody. Yeah.
Most of us think just shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I'd say for everyone who doesn't like it, there's always one who does.
And that's what, according to Heavenly, that's called a COD player.
And I say, yeah.
No, I like to point out COD is an alright game. I'm just going to say that now. There is some good points from COD.
Yep.
But
I can name the best point about COD. It keeps the kids off the other games. That'll be my review. I'll give it 10 out of 10 because I don't have to put with whiny kids.
10 out of 10. The 12-year-olds are over there, not here. If I do that, I end up, reviewing a completely different game. I'm saying that, I'm probably going to get World War II at the moment. That's a good point. You've actually put up a sore subject that I'm going to do before we go on to our releases and UK charts. I was going to play the Call of Duty World War II beta. I got a code sent to me by Kev, who, of course, people know from as one of those Crave Your Game group. And I ended up putting it onto the website, which went through. They gave me a code for the Xbox, said it already had been taken. And I'd read up on this. A lot of people had this problem. So there was a lot of people who ended up having the code, couldn't play this Call of Duty beta. So I'm just going to say this now. Activision, I liked what you did with Crash Bandicoot. Mm-hmm. Don't ruin this. You're in a good place with me at the moment. Do not ruin it with this.
I want to try and find something before we move on to... This is in line with what you're saying about download content.
Okay. All right. Well, you're still finding it, or you got it?
I'm just finding it now.
Right.
Okay.
But like I said...
You have a look on here. There, we found it.
You found it?
Right?
Yeah.
Pre-order Destiny with game. You get the exclusive Kill Tracker Ghost, which tells you how many kills you've got in the game.
Right, yeah.
So I've redeemed the code.
Oh, it doesn't come out until December.
Does it not?
No.
Oh, that'll be why. What's the point of... Doesn't... Alright, is that... God, that'll explain it all.
I love that. That's where I basically just shut you down.
Yeah, because I put the code in. It was like code redeemed. I was like, get in.
No, I ended up. Yeah, I ended up reading it. I ended up reading it because I was looking at the deluxe versions and stuff like that. And I think you get a gun and an emblem and the Kill Tracker Ghost, whatever it's called. Yeah. And they actually do say in the description below that the Kill Tracker Ghost doesn't come out until, I think it's the 5th of December or something like that.
I'll let them off then.
Yeah, so...
I was gonna go down to games there.
Yeah. I wonder how many people actually did go down to the game. I've actually got to go and look on, what is this, Activision again? Yeah, it is Activision again. I want to see how many people have actually complained about that. Why is my bloody my ghost? Well, it's in the fine print. It's not until December. So if people who actually have got that game wondering where that ghost is, like I said, it doesn't come out until December.
Yeah, until
That's
I'm just
why.
looking now until December.
Yeah, it does say there now. Yeah.
I've just looked on the internet, yeah, and it's in Eurogamer from 11 hours ago, saying if you can't find it, don't call it December.
By the way, just saying this now doesn't mean that I'm happy with you at the moment, Activision. So, no, I'm just saving you with that little problem.
You can't even have a ghost ready for December for the release. What's going on?
I'm just not happy that I wasn't able to get in the beta. But then again, I haven't pre-ordered the game, so I was one of those things that by the way, I want to thank Kev for giving me the code, even though it didn't work in the end for me, to give me probably a chance to have a go of the game.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying about that. But like I said, I'm more than end up getting the game. We'll end up doing a video of that game. We did it with Black Ops 3, which was a lot of fun, and we'll probably try and see if it's got custom games again with it. We will try and get it so that we can have the One Punch Man mode on it as well, which is a lot of fun. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Anyway, let's move on to our new releases of the week first of all. So, starting with September the 5th, which was Tuesday, the games that have come out are Spectrum on the PS4, Songbringer on Linux, Mac, PC, PS4 and Xbox One, RBI Baseball on the Switch, The Lost Bear on PSVR. Oh yeah, did you manage to get a code for that?
I've got a code for that, yeah.
You got a code for that?
Yeah, it's not about. It's only about an hour long, so I'm probably going to sit and do a let's play of it all the way through before I review it. Which
is it a let's play that's going on your channel, or can we steal it?
No, you can steal it.
Yeah. Well, we need something for next week anyway. Might as well be that.
Yeah, so I want to play through it in one sitting.
Cool.
And then I can review it. So, but it looked good from what I've seen of it.
Yep.
But more about it as it comes out.
Anyway, well, it's already out, by the way. Just saying that now, but hopefully we'll see that next week. Licky the Lucky Lizard Lives Again on the PS4. Oh, that sounds awesome. Gunducky Industries on the PS4. Don't Knock Twice, PS4 and PSVR. You sold that as well, didn't you?
Oh shit! I was gonna email them. That was shit and yeah in the same word. Oh shit! I'm just gonna email them about. Yeah. I'll do it after this.
Yep. Antiquia Lost. Antiquia, whatever. Fuck that. On the PS4 and Vita. A Whole New World on the PS4, and as in a hole in the ground.
All right, okay. It's not like Aladdin. Was it Aladdin that did that song?
Yeah, it was Aladdin that did. Yes, don't sing it. We don't want to get in trouble with Disney. I don't want to beat up a mouse again. We already got that on That's You. We do not want to beat up a mouse. Lego Worlds is available on Switch now as well. Yeah. A game which I've got the video hopefully coming out tomorrow, which we already pronounced. Utawari Rumo no Mask of Truth is available on PS4 and Vita. And Knack 2 is also available on the PS4. A lot of people have actually said that it's really good, a huge improvement from the original game on that one.
I was actually shocked as well. It's only $29.99 as well.
Okay. We'll see if we can get that one. Of course, Wednesday, September the 6th. Do we really have to say what game came out today? I think everybody already knows this. We might as well say it just because that's our job. Destiny 2 on PS4 and Xbox One. It's not out on PC yet. PC have to wait.
Until the end of October, I believe.
Oh, fuck, poor PC.
Everybody just had the beta, haven't they?
Yeah, they've just had the beta. That's how we found out a lot of information about the game. Is that's where their way of looking at it. Should we really give them a beta? They're gonna find out everything. They're gonna mine this game beta. Oh, that's the thing. If I was a game designer, I would put a beta, but have a whole different code so that they mine it, thinking these things are in it. But when the game actually comes out, like No Man's Sky did. No, they didn't have a beta, did they? Or did they? No.
No. But I think it's always a level that it is like they got the beta the weekend before it come out on console.
Yeah. So anyway, Thursday, September the 7th, The Bridge on the Switch. Cristari... Oh, fucking hell, what was my names this week? Cristerino on the 3DS. Double Dragon 4 comes out on the Switch. Light Spear, Double Spear Edition, comes out on the Switch. Neuro Voider on the Switch. And Senko no Ronde 2 on... Senko no Ronde 2 on the PS4. It's a great week for me, isn't it? And then on Friday, September the 8th, we've got Monster Hunter Stories on the 3DS and Drive Gills on the Vita. So, what is the point? You know what the big game this week is. It's Destiny 2. Simple enough. We don't have to argue about this. Yeah. It's that game. Us two have been playing it. He's been playing it. Next week. I haven't yet.
It's going to be number 1 next week.
I'm just hoping it doesn't turn out like a Hellblade for me, which I still haven't touched. Yeah, it's going to be number 1 next week, even though it comes out on Wednesday. But there's no other competition, I'm going to be honest, apart from NAC 2. I'm not joking about that. That is biggest competition.
Imagine that being the biggest surprise next week in number 1. NAC 2.
My jaw will drop when I see that. I think, oh no, what? Destiny didn't even make it in the top 5. But it's sold out everywhere. It's like a Switch. What? They only made 5 copies. They don't count digital. They don't count digital. I've learned that already. Let's go over to the UK charts then. And... of course, it's second week at number 1 for Uncharted Lost Legacy. So Sony's PS4 Uncharted Lost Legacy takes second week at number 1 on the top 40. Narrowly fending off the challenge from Ubisoft's new number 2, Switch is Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Which I'm not surprised that's done quite well. After debuting last week at number 2, Codemasters drops 1 place to number 3 with the F1 2017. There are further 3 new releases within the top 10 this week. Debuting at number 6 is PS4 outing of Sony's Everybody's Golf. And this series has now been released on all Sony consoles, beginning with the PS1 back in June 1998. Who does not like a cartoony golf game? That's the thing. That's why it does so well.
Yeah.
You know what? Number 7.
It's not like you get Tiger Woods now.
You know, well, it's just PGA, isn't it? It's Rory McIlroy on the front of it. Yeah. New at number 7 is a physical release of Studio Wildcard's self-published Ark Survival Evolved. New at number 8 is Sega's Yakuza Kiwami for the PS4. The Yakuza series began back in mid-2006 on PS2, and the new Yakuza Kiwami edition is a remake of that PS2 original.
Number 1, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Also new this week and just scraping into the top 40 is Maximum Games Dead Alliance at number 39 and Capcom's Resident Evil Revelations HD at number 40. So top 5, down two places to number 5, still in the top 5 there, little fella. Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. Fucking hell. Up 1 place to number 4. Grand Theft Auto 5 is still there. I might sound disappointed about this, but I am actually give them a round of applause. They're still in the top 5 after so many years. I don't think it's dropped out the top 10, has it? So since it's been released, and I'm not surprised. It's a good game. It's like there's I'm over. Have you seen the video that Hanksy and Heavenly put out on Facebook?
No.
So no, there's a video of and Rockstar has been taking these videos down, so it might actually be something that's been leaked. But there's a new mode where it's like a transformer race.
Yeah.
And the point is that you go through checkpoints it shows you going through a checkpoint as a car at the beginning that turns you into a plane. So then you're doing part of the race in the plane, and then you go through another checkpoint and you go into a bike. Now, a lot of us are hoping this is not a mod. We're hoping this is actually a new mode that is going to be coming out on it. And if it's not a new mode, just saying this now, Rockstar, whoever made this, get hold of them and make it in the game. Because a lot of people do want this kind of racing.
Yeah.
I definitely do, and I know us at CTG will definitely enjoy having a race at that. Guys, I can already feel Ryan's mouth watering with the idea of what he can make with that kind of game. Just, anyway, back to the charts. So, like I said, down one place to number 3 is F1 2017. New at number 2 is Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. And still at number 1 is Uncharted The Lost Legacy. And like I said, expect Destiny 2 to be the new number 1 next week. I think it's going to be obvious. And don't forget that ReCore has now got a definitive edition that is available part of the Games Pass. I'm just saying that because I can see the box behind Tattastic. So if you want to play that game, just get the Game Pass.
It's getting positives.
It's getting positives.
Yeah.
Oh, is it having a No Man's Sky effect?
Yep. Said I was reading on a few of them. 50 weeks after its release, this patch has made it worth it.
Really? Look, I'm going to have a go of ReCore anyway. I've got it downloaded now because, like I said, it's available on Games Pass. The definitive edition is on Games Pass as well. So I'm going to have a go of it. But so this should be a new definition now, shouldn't it? It's got a No Man's Sky effect. It's basically got completely slaughtered when it first comes out, and a year later, that's when people accept it's a good game now.
So we've got this. We're saying we're going to have this award, which only No Man's Sky will be in of most improved game.
That's
but now it's got a challenge.
Now got ReCore.
Yeah.
Also, up for the most improved game, Yakuza. Okay, it's been what nearly 20 years. Of course, it's been improved, but that's a remaster for you. Now it's look, like I said, No Man's Sky. I'm happy it's improved. I'm gonna have a go of this ReCore, see how it is. A lot of people didn't like it when it first came out, and if they're saying that it's starting to be good, that's a good thing for them. Yay. Anyway, mate, we are coming to the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
So we are usual bits and pieces pandering to you guys out there to go and watch our videos and watch our game nights and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I'm going to go first this time because I can. So first of all, game nights that we have got planned this week. So we are going to be doing some Destiny 2. Probably a couple of nights we'll be doing some Destiny 2 as well. Expect me, Heavenly and Hanksy running around as the same fire team. The game that brought us Team Awesome as well. The original game was, even though Catches are going to get Destiny 2 by the sounds of things. So we're doing that. On have we got a video planned on Friday? I don't think we've got anything planned on Friday, but we probably will. But on Saturday we do have Siege, so go expect to see us trying out the new operators, seeing what has been fixed on that game as well. And of course I've got my one-shot video coming out tomorrow as well. But I think a lot of it we are getting ready to start planning for EGX anyway, so there might not be as many videos out, many video live streams coming out, because we are getting prepared for the videos for EGX as well. But you can find me, of course, at twitch.tv/GDW2007 and mixer.com/CraveYourGame. And of course, for the podcast, twitch.tv/CTG Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Tattastic? Any streams planned yourself?
Probably a lot of Destiny.
A lot of Destiny is coming from you as well. There's going to
Yeah.
be a lot of Destiny. I'm going to say that now.
Mm-hmm. I think when Rise of Iron come out, it had about 9 days streaming in a row. It was just Rise of Iron.
I remember that. I think, what's Tattastic? Oh, he's playing Destiny. So, if you want your Destiny fix, go to Tattastic. It's basically everything is Tattastic Gamer, Mixer, Twitch, YouTube.com, @ for Twitter.
I think I've done about 3 hours of Destiny streaming a day.
See, I just want to play the game, mate. That's all I want to do, but I can't because I've still got to edit.
I put my video out yesterday about smelling Destiny candles.
Oh, I really need to find out your candle guy. Did they actually just send you the candles?
Yeah.
I won't mind some candles. Tell them, send them to me as well. I'll review your candles.
It was a company that sent me the headset stand review for PlayStation VR, and they got the license for all the official Destiny merchandise, and they emailed me and said, "Do you want any merchandise?"
You need to tell me who this PR company is, mate. I will review your candles. I will review your Destiny stuff. I am willing to do videos for you guys. If I get, I'm not saying that it's mainly for the free stuff. I'm doing it because you guys need to be informed. But still, it is mainly for the free stuff.
Got my stinky candles.
This is GD sellout time. I want candles. Yeah, anyway, like I said, everything Tattastic Gamer. Go on to tattastic.com and go to it's on your YouTube channel as well. Go and look at him review the smelly candles. The candles I want. You got them over there. I can see them. That's just teasing me. I just noticed you've been teasing me with the candles this whole podcast. Anyway, let's talk about a YouTube channel, youtube.com/CraveYourGames. So, what video do you recommend this week, Tattastic?
Art challenge.
The art challenge, yes. Yeah. So, voting is still open. Just go to our Minecraft art challenge video on YouTube. The link is in the description below for that one. Not on this video, on that video. They'll probably put an eye up there for point that video out for you guys to go and watch. Go and watch it. It's the return of the art challenge. I had a lot of fun playing around with that. You wasn't part of the art challenge, was you? But you weren't. No. You probably would have been if you could.
Yeah, it was a Friday night.
Yeah.
My mind's only on one place on a Friday.
Yeah, drink. There we go. Also, of course, go and watch Tattastic's video VR this week as well, where he gets to play a pirate and he does a little dance for us all. Many little dances.
Many little dances, yeah.
Yeah. The video that I recommend this week, I recommend go and watch. You know what? Go and watch Siege. That's the video I'm going to recommend for you guys to go and watch. Because I just like watching us get punished by Kev. It's still Cravers versus Cravers in that one. And of course, my video coming out hopefully on Thursday. My one shot of I'm not pronouncing that game again. Utawari Mono, Mask of Truth. I did that without looking. So yeah, go and watch that. And all I'm just saying is, there's a lot of talking in that, and it's probably not going to be a game video. It's probably just going to be a video of talking. So yeah, like I said, youtube.com/CraveYourGames, and of course, cravethegame.proboards.com for if you're 18 and over, go and join us there. That's our community that we're both from. And of course, craveyourgame.wordpress.com. That's where you can find the audio version of the podcast, and our videos and streams will pop up there as well. So, Tattastic, we have come to the end of the podcast. It has been a nice podcast. It's just been us two again, and Quaver, and it's Clyde. It's Clyde 6. One of my favourite characters from Destiny 2 at the moment. Even though people say he's just a knockoff Deadpool, I don't give a damn. That just proves how good. That just proves how good Deadpool is. That even his rip-offs are just that good as well. So yeah. You got anything else you want to add to this podcast before we go bye-bye?
Nope. Be safe. Look both ways before you cross the road.
Beware of Slender Man. I've heard he's coming.
And watch out for those pesky hedgehogs that stand in the middle of the road.
Especially the blue ones.
They trip you over.
Especially the blue ones. Those guys are dicks.
Yeah. And they run away quite fast.
Have you noticed that they're always hanging around with a red echidna and an orange fox? It's got too many tails. I think that's from Naruto. That's how we're going to end this podcast, everybody. So thank you for joining us. Until next time, thank you and goodbye. We will be back for episode 158 next week. Yeah, who will be there? No one knows. Transition. Oh, go on. Transition.